concerns us all, because sheltering itself, whether it is legal, that is the first point. Because dogs are territorial. You can't remove one dog from one place and put in another place. They fight, they will destroy themselves, they will destroy the whole environment. In that sense, if you shelter them, we have the biggest first question is that can you shelter this kind of community dogs, bringing them together? One, whether it is legal, whether it is practical, can you do it? As he rightly pointed out, if you have 1.45 lakh dogs around 2 years back, it must be naturally more, because ABC program is not effectively happening in our state. So this kind of numbers, how much money you will need? 10,000 crores. Can you afford to spend it? So what will happen is you will start something non-starter and put it halfway down and mess it up. What will happen is, as it is, dog lovers, NGOs, and people who look after these dogs, feed them, they will be also alienated right away the moment you start something like this. So it will be complete chaos. Don't indulge in chaos. That is what we are saying. We are here to offer our help, take our help. And as he said, if you work out ABC effectively over next 2 to 3 years to 5 years, you will spend around 100 crores. Effectively, population of the dogs will be controlled. We will be able to manage things. You have a very effective rabies program. Goa is lauded and in the country for zero rabies cases, at least in Panji, we know that. And other places also government has claimed. So why not build on this kind of initiative we have? So that is what we are saying. So instead of working out something very imaginative, fancy, where 10,000 crore you will never be able to allocate, when your own state deficit of 30,000 crore budget is around 3,000 crore. So what will happen is you will simply disrupt by without understanding the issue properly. So we are urging them, don't make headlines by this and forget the next day. We want a constructive solution and we are offering that to you. We are giving that hand, offering that hand, and let us work out something which is practical and which will give results. And even society will be at peace once they see that this issue of ABC, if ABC guidelines are in place, anything sheltering something kind comes, it will totally be illegal. It can be easily challenged. So let us understand the concept, let us work on it. So this is what we are here to say. Any questions? Hima, just make a...
But unless we do that, we can never rectify what needs to be done next. But what is the solution? We asked our member NGOs who collectively do about 12 to 15,000 sterilization every year. They are experts in the field. So we told them, what do we need to do? How do we increase it from 15,000 a year to 50,000 a year so that in 3 years we can control the population? And then we have seen a lot of examples, I've said in Lucknow and South Bombay is popping feet today. A lot of other cities, Jaipur has done phenomenally well by implementing the program honestly, and I wish we had done it 3 years ago, but it's never too late. So we have asked one of our NGOs, and this has come collectively from all of them, to very quickly, briefly tell you what is required to get there in 3 years. So Sejal, if you could come here.
To you today is the actual solution, which is what we want to discuss. And this solution has come from experts in the field. This is not something I am saying or any one NGO is saying. This has been done very successfully. The results are superb, and we have taken from these international NGOs and understood their entire procedure, and if given the opportunity, we will be more than willing to help execute and implement this with the government. Yes? Now, just to give you an example, in Uttarakhand, Dehradun, Mussoorie and Nainital, 90% sterilization and vaccination rates have been achieved. In Dehradun, 40% of the population has dropped since 2016 of dogs. Complaints have fallen by 30%. and community engagement has increased by 30%. This job is not only the government or only the NGO or only the citizens, it is all of us collectively doing it together, because we all have to take responsibility. In Lucknow, 83% coverage. They have sterilized 90,000 dogs from just one center within 6 years. In Baroda, Gujarat, 86%. So, this has been done. We in Goa want to do this because this is the correct way. Now, let us start about Goa. Let us assume, like Vijendraji sir said, there is 1,50,000 dogs. If we have to sterilize 1,50,000 dogs, we have to do it within a period of 2 to 3 years. A sterilization project cannot exceed that period too much. We have to go faster than the multiplication rate. So in Goa, if 2 centers were set up and there was 1,50,000 dogs, just hypothetically we assume every day 164 surgeries need to be done between 2 centers, which means each center has to do 80 to 85 surgeries per day. And this is doable. Each center requires basically 4 vets. I'll give you the... In terms of staffing, for example, we would need 4 veterinarians, 10 para-veterinarians, 30 trained dog catchers, 5 handlers, cleaners, 2 administrative. We would need 8 vehicles, we would need 8 drivers. And with this, with 2 big centers where we can accommodate 300 to 400 dogs per center, we can easily do this in 3 years. Okay? What we require support with is the infrastructure. We don't have the land as private NGOs. We need 2 acres in north, 2 acres in south. They need to set up a basic infrastructure with the kennels and the operation theatre, give us the veterinarians. The government has so many veterinarians, and we NGOs will bring our expertise of how to catch. We have international NGOs sitting in Goa who do phenomenal work. They know how to trap. They have great training programs in Goa for surgeries. We are happy to train the vets. We are happy to help with the management. We are very happy to support the government. But this is very doable. It is not rocket science. It is just political will, and we can do it. You know. So yeah, this is the plan. Thank you.
I showed you government's own gadget, which showed a population of 1.45 lakh dogs, which by the way itself said the program is failed. Okay? The MLAs are saying program is failed. I'm not saying it.
So right now the government has tied up with how many NGOs with this ABC?
The government has tied up, there are only 4 or 5 NGOs. Please understand one thing. NGOs have their capacity limitations. Who is supposed to create the infrastructure for sterilization? We are asking the government to create the infrastructure and hand it over to NGOs to run it. Right now, the limited infrastructure for sterilization has been created by NGOs themselves that run on donations. How much can they do? We need a capacity of 50,000 sterilizations every year. We have a capacity of 15,000. So we are requesting the government to increase the infrastructure, bring in NGOs to run it, do more sterilizations. That requires funds. Yes, it requires funds. Yes, it's a 100 crore rupee solution, but it is cheaper than a 10,000 rupee crore solution. Do we have any other solution right now? Is there any other legal solution on the table? If one has, please tell us.
No, I'll just add that around 190 panchayats are there. How many panchayats are effectively doing it?
You are talking about everything.
Yeah.
So you spoke about an idea about DOP, right? Any information that you have as far as animal husbandry, or that you have treated with the Ministry of Animal Husbandry, like the Minister Nilkan Halundar. Why I am asking is that every year, what I remember, they had this sterilization program. They had a press conference. They informed about the doctor that is the rabies sterilization. They always talk about that. And they have even said what would be the funding of that project. I don't know if I'm correct, 4 crores, 5 crores. Do you have any statistics of this every year? What they do that?
For rabies program, are you talking
With
about?
the rabies program, sterilization program, which the minister always talks.
Right.
And I hope you also know that he has been talking on that. I mean, करता है सब लोग करता है.
देखिए तो बोलना एक चीज है मैं
So, अगर नहीं किया है तो क्या नहीं किया
मैं
है?
तो आपको
क्यों बोलो ना मैं?
तो मैं आपको डॉक्यूमेंट दिखाता हूँ
डॉक्यूमेंट में
मैं बोलने से
आपने
कुछ नहीं होता ये डॉक्यूमेंट एनिमल हस्बेंड्री से आया है
सो एनिमल हस्बेंड्री ने कितना पैसा खर्च किया है? अगर नहीं किया है तो 5 दिन 3.5 सालों में जो मिनिस्टर है उसने कुछ नहीं किया है वो आप हमें बताइए ना.
So please understand. Let me
See, the issue, why I'm saying the issue at the moment is what? Rabies issue. See, there have been one or two incidents have taken place. Dog bites issue is there. And number of dogs incidents. So these are the 3 issues.
Correct.
Though the main 2 issues are dog bites, because almost 4-5 cases, foreigners or tourists, then number of increased dogs, all these issues are there. And time and again the minister, like the recent assembly session, whenever we have asked him, he has been saying again and again, हमें सवाल क्या ना हमने सब कुछ किया है. अगर नहीं किया है तो आपके पास क्या है वो जो उसने कुछ नहीं किया करके.
So I'm going to
आप
read.
DOP का बता रहे हैं वो तो अलग है.
No.
But finally it has to come from the ministry.
Okay, I've understood your question. We'll leave a docket for you, okay? Understand who's supposed to execute this. Local monitoring body, it's in SMC minutes. Not animal husbandry. Local monitoring bodies needs to be constituted at panchayat level to do the at taluka wide level to do the dog census, to create the infrastructure for sterilization. That hasn't happened. Your points are very valid. When there are more dogs, there are going to be more incidents. So we are not defending here that there are more dog bites or less dog bites. It's there, but it's a symptom of more population of dogs. What has been done, animal husbandry does give money to existing NGOs. What we are saying is the infrastructure which is on the ground today is for 15,000 dogs, which is not even the new dogs which are coming in through new birth. We need to create an infrastructure for not 15, but for 50,000 dogs, and that is government's responsibility. Now the rules say that that responsibility falls with the local bodies, which is the panchayat.
Here the problem lies when you are saying the local bodies. The local bodies doesn't have the funds. Okay. Now garbage.
Fund has to come from where?
I will speak about garbage. I will speak about the stray cat. Now the stray dogs. So when they don't have the funds, how they are going to tackle with this?
Okay, do you have any statistics? How much the animal husbandry department or ministry spends on this?
On sterilization and all,
On sterilization and everything?
we can get you that statistics. I don't have it offhand, but I will get you that number. The question is not how much, whatever they are spending is not enough because sterilization is happening. for
That's what I'm
15,000.
saying. See, if that fund is not enough, then how much, and at least have you all found out whether that money has reached even to the panchayats?
This is between two different government departments. We would request you as media, you should be asking these questions to Panchayat and
You have
animal
found out
husbandry.
RTI, no?
We did not put an RTI for internal funding between.
No,
because-
finally, you have found out you have made up an RTI to DOP. How the RTI to panchayat?
Let me reiterate. SMC meeting minutes, which I made mention of, said that taluka-wide level committees need to be made as first step to do the dog census. That first step was never taken to make that call. So if you don't do that, the second step is creation of infrastructure. So this is the state monitoring committee, which has to hold people accountable to make the committees and create the infrastructure. You're asking a question about how the funds are moving between one government department to another. I think it's the respective departments that can answer that. What I'm telling you is that, in as much as we don't know how the funds are moving between different departments, we are saying overall the result is not there because there is no capacity to do the sterilization.
Committees also not in place. Doing.
No, having committees doesn't help because until and unless they have the funds, because funds are not given to the panchayats. I am attending many Gram Sabhas and I have not seen funds given for animal welfare.
I have attended press conferences of the minister as far as mission review is concerned, mission sterilization. I don't know, even some of them might be there. These are the things what the minister has said, not the panchayat has said. when you have a press conference, when you talk about this, if the department has certain things, whether they have done, you spoke about 5 years. Now, almost, you just take 3.5 years of this. The concern animal husbandry or something. What has been done? I'm facing the issues of dogs. I'm facing the issue of dogs at my place here. Early morning, there are around 25 to 30 stray dogs which come close to our house and all. It is a dangerous situation. Now, whom to blame? Would you blame the Panchayat? Because you talk about sterilization. Panchayat will do the sterilization. So the concerned department who will order to do all these things. Like the municipality does.
I understand.
If you remember.
Can they listen? Just now I said that you make a task force. Correct? Now listen to me.
That is what
No.
he is saying reality in
That is what I am telling you. See.
You all have come now. Why? Because the issue has come.
Can they listen? Listen now at least. What I am saying is you have announced task force. Tomorrow, supposing you start sheltering, but you don't have committees in place. You don't have fund allocation. How that will happen? That is what has happened here. That is what we are saying. You have made a statement. Minister makes statements. Policy statements are made about various things, about ABC and all. But as he says, there has to be a system in place. What is the system? System is monitoring committees. If you don't form them, if you through them don't work out the population, if you don't do the survey of population, if you don't reach out to Panchayat, then with so much of number, then the funding, how it will implement? That is what we are asking. So we are asking there should be system.
So are you going to sit with the minister regarding this? It is better to sit with the minister.
Why not?
Can I answer this?
You are ready.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I hold the government responsible for this.
That has to be there. You are not trying to say that.
No, he has said this in the very beginning also.
No. See, ma'am, the thing is that.
Let me take the sole responsibility on this, please. I take sole responsibility to say this on this. The government decides what the monitoring body does also, as put them in responsibility. Who is presiding all over everything in Goa today? It's the government. So everything that happens here, the government is responsible.
Just
why it took 3.5 years to come and complain about it? Why didn't you write a letter? Why didn't you file an article before? Why it took you 3.5 years to complain and allege against the government? Because this has been problem persisting.
Can I also answer this? Sorry,
Excuse
me, 1 minute.
Yeah.
The selfless people are sitting here. We are not being paid by anybody to do this, please. We cannot answer questions, why didn't we do something? We are sitting here means we are doing something. That's it. That means we care.
Maybe take your help. Can I put that question back to the press? Why didn't you ask that question to the government?
We have been asking the minister.
They've been
And
asking forever.
What is the answer?
We are doing our job.
We are doing our work.
So we are leaving all the
They are saying
documents
they're
with
doing our work.
you.
Since you are an
No. I will make a simple this. Forget whatever has happened. Now all these people, we have come together. We have formed a federation. There is no need for government to go to
Selflessly.
X, Y, Z. You call us. Yes, we are ready to help. We have said it. We are not just criticizing. We are just ready to do constructive work.
No, Prakash,
So
why are you waiting for
call
the
the
government to call you? Why you can't call on the...
We have been doing it, excuse me, sorry. You've seen what I've been doing. I've gone from the collector's office to the headquarters of the police to the municipality. I've been continuously, I was supposed to have this press meet, but when these very selfless, great people are sitting who care for the dog, for humans first. Why do we care for the dogs? It's the human, we care about humans and everything has to go good for humans. So you care about dogs. That's part of the duty of a human to take care of a dog. When is the government going to do its duty and complete that? Everything from my side, solely here speaking for myself, is the government is responsible for everything to be done, including in Delhi.
Why I have asked you, like she said, I have asked the minister a number of times, what you have done. Sterilization, कितने दोषे मोडले, दोषे मोडले जाले ते कशे मोडले, खंय गेले ते. So all these things, that's why I know about these things. I might be wrong in the total number of amount project funded. So if so much money is spent in the last 3 years, every year they do that. So where the money has gone?
Can I-
Like the documents which you have provided, it might be not from the animal husbandry, but money has been spent.
Where's the money gone? Is something he will not answer. It's
So
the
you
government
should
has to
tell us,
answer.
no?
We don't know.
Yes.
We have
Very
put
good.
before
You're
the
asking
media.
us
So,
We
can I-
have
See,
every
listen,
opportunity
you have
to
come with the
ask.
documents. If I was asking a wrong person, then you should have not given me some statistics. You have given me some statistics. So on that basis of that statistics, I have asked you. I have given you extra information.
I think he misunderstood you, my dear. I think so. Let me quickly tell you something. I was the trustee for Posh Shelter. At a certain time when people like Sanjeet Rodrigues was in the top position in the municipality, at a certain time when Angela Dicuna, Dr. Vidupasha Banakar were looking after things in Panjim, rabies had gone down completely, vaccination was superb, sterilization was absolutely well. What is happening now? Why are they being transferred, the good people? Why suddenly when great work is happening, why things like this are happening? I'm asking the government. Hema is always questioning. And I'm asking today because I'm standing here solely, this is me speaking, okay? I'm not speaking for anybody. I'm standing by what they said though. Completely and 100% standing by every word that was spoken here, even by Sejal.
I think you asked very fair questions. Dog bites, the fear. It's real. We're not discounting it. Dog bites happening. We don't know what the exact data is. Probably happening. When was the last time you heard a dog bite from Panjim area? Most of it are from, we are hearing of Lake Ponda, we are hearing Coastal Belt, which is basically the tourism area, but not Panjim area. Very few. Very few. There's a reason for that. There are three things happening here. PAWS is doing fantastic work in terms of sterilizing as many dogs as possible. Second, there's a very strong feeder network, which by the way, as per Rule 20 of ABC, is supposed to feed to keep their food aggression down. So there's a very good feeder network in entire North Goa. There's good amount of sterilization happening in around Panjim area because of CCP and not because of WBS. So you see those and because of better education and advocacy, people are not aggressive towards dogs. So you see lesser amount of dog bites. This is what we need to replicate here. Now, let me take the Ponda case since you mentioned it. DSPC has been investigating it. SDM gave an order to demarcate the feeding location in Ponda. The team reached there along with the cop. The locals came out threatening the feeder, outraging her modesty, for which she has lodged a police complaint. So if you do not keep dogs hungry, you are aggressive towards them. What do you expect in return? We have to increase this sterilization, we have to feed them, and we have to have a community outreach. There's a good amount of people in Goa. As we said, the fear, we are not disparaging your fear. Some people have fear, but it can be overcome by right amount of education that number of NGOs can provide. So we have to find a solution within the ambit of.
I think the people who are sitting here are not worried about the bites, not worried about it. We are very, very worried. Let me tell you, there are things that in school have to be taught. Don't run away. Please hear this, everybody. Don't run away when a dog is approaching you because he's thinking you're robbing something from his locality, which he is protecting. The dog has no control and choice. The dog is just doing what he thinks is right. He was not given that intelligence to think otherwise. Also, when the dog bites, it could be because of aggression by humans. It's a defense thing. Think about all this. Where are humans going wrong before we blame the dog? Thank you very much. I have to leave. I have to go for another session. God bless you all.
Subscribe to Prime TV and follow all our social networking sites.